Kate Bush and that lovely song, The Man with the Child in His Eyes. And more 70s music coming up in the next hour. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Anthony Birchley. Police in Lancashire looking for Nicola Bulley say they found a body in the River Wyre close to where she disappeared more than 3 weeks ago. The 45-year-old was last seen in the village of St Michael's-on-Wyre. Our correspondent Eunice Muller is at the scene.
No formal identification has yet been carried out. They say they are unable to say whether this is Nicola Bulley at this time. Procedures to identify the body are ongoing. They're currently treating the death as unexplained. Nicola's family have been informed of developments and their thoughts are with them at this most difficult of time.
Boris Johnson has said it would be a mistake for Rishi Sunak to ditch legislation that would allow the UK to scrap parts of the Brexit deal without the EU's permission. The former Prime Minister's intervention comes as Mr Sunak pursues a new agreement with Brussels in a bid to break the deadlock in Northern Ireland. Unionist politicians are unhappy at the current deal, which in effect creates a trade border between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK. The United States says China is considering supplying Russia with weapons for its war in Ukraine. America's top diplomat, Antony Blinken, warned Beijing there would be consequences if it sent Moscow arms. His Chinese counterpart, Wang Yi, said his country had neither stood by idly nor thrown fuel on the fire during the war in Ukraine. Prosecutors in Romania are investigating a network of doctors for allegedly reusing heart implants harvested from dead people. A cardiologist who works in the eastern city of Lassi has been arrested. Our correspondent Sean Dilley reports.
Prosecutors say that between 2017 and 2022, Dr. Dan Tesloianu implanted 238 cardiac devices of unknown origin. They say some were harvested from dead people and illegally placed into living patients. He's also accused of overseeing at least 4 other doctors who it's alleged provided him with some of the devices. Prosecutors say a large number of the procedures were unnecessary and based on fictitious diagnoses. On Friday, police say they searched 24 premises over 3 counties.
2 SNP politicians have said they'll run to replace Nicola Sturgeon as party leader and the First Minister of Scotland. The Scottish Health Secretary, Humza Yousaf, and the former Minister Ash Regan are the first candidates to formally declare their leadership bids. In the Premier League, Manchester United beat Leicester City 3-0. United's first 2 goals came from a familiar source.
Nice touch from Fred. Rolls it through. Rashford away from Castagna. 2-0. 2 goals for Rashford. This time slipped it under the goalkeeper and into the net. A double for Rashford.
United stay third in the table, 3 points behind Manchester City. And in the Scottish Premiership, Motherwell beat Hearts 2-0. That's the BBC News at 4 minutes past 4. Now let's get the travel news with Orna.
Anthony, thank you. We've got weekend roadworks causing delays and there are engineering works disrupting rail journeys. But we've also got some windy weather which is affecting the Tayroe Bridge in Dundee. So just watch out for that one. We've got a speed restriction 30 miles per hour for all vehicles. The M6 in Cumbria, not too bad at all, but northbound at 37 at Kendal. That's where the pothole repairs continue with 1 lane closed. And then southbound on the M6 at the Oral Interchange, junction 26 to 25 at Bryn. There's a breakdown there, but it happened in the roadworks, so 1 lane is still closed. And it's looking slow in Leicestershire, the M1 southbound. There's been an accident. It happened between Loughborough and Colville, 23 to 22. So 1 lane closed there for recovery of the vehicles. And South Wales queues on the M4 eastbound. So 29 at the A48M to 26 at Malpas Road. It's taking about half an hour. Looking busy for you in London as well with the A1. So approaching the M25, that's at junction 23 South Mims. There's a shed load or a lorry's lost its load. So the road's partly blocked. It's on the roundabout and it's stopping traffic accessing the clockwise side of the M25. The M40 southbound approaching the M25 at junction 1A. You've got queues backing up to Beaconsfield at junction 2. That's because of an accident which happened on the exit slip road. And the A12 roundabout, that's where it meets the M25 junction 28 at Brentwood. You've got long delays there, severe delays on all approaches because the traffic lights are not facing correctly at all. 03700 100 200 for your updates.
Johnny done it all.